What's good, superstars? Back with another digital collecting video. You got Superstar Joe. You got Superstar Rob in the building. How's it going, Rob?
Good, you?
Oh, I've been better. But I mean, I was wrong yesterday. We're going to get into that. But guys, if you're new here, do not forget, become a superstar. Smash the subscribe button down below. Hit the bell notification so you know when we post apologetic videos like the one we are posting today. But we're going to have to wait to hear exactly why and how I was wrong. You can also become a superstar VIP, $2.99 a month. Hit the join button underneath the video. Get one of those stars next to your name. The longer you hold on to it, more entries into the giveaways. Lots of fun. Everyone's loving the Superstar Utility Program. Follow us on X, follow us on Instagram, but join the Discord. The Discord has all of our favorite projects in one place. Lots of people from all over are coming and joining the Discord and getting to know one another. So many introductions happening in the Superstar Money Discord. If you don't believe it, go check it out. And I promise you there will be something there for you.
Yeah, and listen, Joe, I literally for one day, okay, we weren't together, and sure enough, you make a huge blunder. That the very next day we have to do an apology video.
I know I'm not the same. I'm not the same when we're not together, and I feel like there was one tweet that really got to me, really made me realize my mistake. So if you guys want to hear about that mistake, again, hang with us. We're just gonna go through the news here pretty quickly. There's not a lot of news, so you guys don't have to worry. But I also want to hear Rob's opinion on what happened yesterday, because yesterday's video, your NFT project didn't do this first. Really convicted when I put that out there. Really convicted with the thumbnail. I mean, some people felt attacked. It was really emotional in the comments. It was a lot of fun though. It was a lot of fun going back and forth and hearing different people's perspectives. But one stuck out. I'm gonna get to that. But guys, tomorrow there is Aloha Friday. I will be on there. Rob is going to confirm if he will be there as well. Hopefully,
I'll probably be there.
So Rob's joining as well. So we'll be on Aloha Friday.
You see that Electra chick in the background?
That's you.
Yeah, that's me with a mask on right there.
So Fro Comey will be there. He will be glad to see you then, and also Chris Evers, and of course the Real Con podcast hosting. So excited for that. Can't wait to see what we talk about. We'll be discussing recent uptrend in community sentiment and the future. So I mean, always down for a good chat with Hinano and D, and especially the other guests on there. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun.
I gotta love the branding on Aloha Fridays. You got the sunset there. You got the palm trees in the background there. They're just very, very wonderful job. It was a great job by Hinano and ND. So what's that? That's a nice little.
I got some keychains. I got yours in a box.
That's right. I still never got them. You said you're going to keep them hostage. You said you're going to keep them hostage, and you did.
Maybe. Shout out to Rich. He was in the conversation this morning, and he was bringing up some great points. Wanting more utility is a good thing. More cool utility that works well, brings more people in, helps keep the masses, and is more fun. Putting polite pressure on NFT projects, not just VV. Staying silent, not helpful. And he goes on. I mean, Richard always making great points. He's an millionaire for a reason. Very, very intelligent guy. Was able to win one of the toughest competitions for a million Omi that any channel has ever put on. I mean, that took some skill. He was prepared. And anytime that Richard speaks, we listen, right?
Yeah, I mean, he definitely came prepared. And I mean, how can you argue with that? How can you argue that? Utility is going to be what drives this space forward. You can debate all you want that you can just create 3D collectibles that are NFTs, and because of their historical relevance, they're going to be important. They're going to grow the space. When it comes down to growing the space, there's only one thing that's going to do it, and that's utility. You cannot just go and point to like the first ever. What were they called again, Joe? The CryptoPunks, right? Yeah. You can't just point to the CryptoPunks and like, oh look, well, like that was like the first thing in its format. Like we're talking about like the history of NFTs themselves, which it becomes a little bit redundant as more and more projects come out. It becomes more and more niche. So utility, yes, we need to apply pressure on all the companies so that they understand they cannot just sell us an NFT. Yeah. They better understand that they need to also sell us utility.
I think it's going to become mandatory for the space. I think that if you want to survive in the jungle, you're going to have to put something out there that people are going to want because there's going to be so many players. I mean, a year ago there was one player. Now we're looking at 5-6 players. in a year from now, there might be 25 players. How are you going to start to bring the market to you? Especially if the NFT crowd is not growing. You're going to have to make a unique value proposition that people will want to come and start to buy your NFTs, especially now when we have free alternatives, like I showed yesterday. And then also we know Fab being bought out by Epic Games. We know what they do, 3D designs that you can import into wherever you want to do. And now Epic Games, Fortnite, partnering with Disney. I mean, is Disney going to get in on that? Are they going to do some free stuff or do some skins on Fortnite that people might want over anything else? You got hundreds of millions on Fortnite. Like this is the stuff that we're bringing to the forefront now, because we don't want people to get pigeonholed. We want you to understand that there's going to be more to this space. I mean, it's going to be a lot of fun. But Richard making a great point here. I'm going to continue here. Grail game. All right. If you're not doing Grail game, I don't know what you're doing. If you're a physical collector, they have a great, basically Marvel, Disney, Star Wars box of Funko Pops that just dropped. I went for a couple of them. I ended up getting a Lights and Sounds Darth Vader, Rob. I don't know if you know about that, but that was probably one of the more valuable ones that we've been able to hit. I think it was still a loss technically, but I don't know. It seems like a pretty sick one. So yeah, it's in the backpack. But if you guys want to participate in Grail game right now, US only. But if you are going to deposit any funds on Grail game, use Superstar 500 as your code. You will get an extra 500 coins. You can go for stuff like this, but they have other things like cards, Pokemon cards, sports cards. They have every physical collectible you can think of, like those types of boxes. A lot of fun.
And it makes sense just to sign up anyways, because they'll give you 250 coins for free. You don't have to type in anything. You just sign up. You can use those 250 coins to go for some of their cheaper coin boxes, and you have a chance of winning some pretty high value stuff. So it's worth signing up anyways. We're good friends now with the team there. If you go on our Discord, you can actually join the official Grail game Discord channel, because they're still setting up there. So they're using ours in the meantime. So check it out.
Yeah, a lot of fun. And I mean, once you guys get it's pretty addicting. So be careful.
Yes, this is true.
And then I got to give a huge shout out to Will, who is he's on like a nice little trip. He went over to LA. We've seen him in Mattel's head office, and now he is at Walt Disney Imagineering over there in California. So, I mean, he's showing off the Sorcerer Mickey, which we know just recently dropped on Cryptoys. So, shout out to Will. Hopefully, you are doing well, and can't wait to see what you come up with from this trip.
He does his rounds every year. Like, he goes to Mattel, then he goes to Disney. He's doing it the exact same sequence as he did last time. And we know how Cryptoys has a very, very good relationship with Disney. And we know that, for example, Mattel is actually invested in them and has actually skin in the game with them. So very excited to see what they have to offer. And Will definitely has some tricks up his sleeves. So we'll see what because remember last time he did this, then we got the Disney release right after. So we'll see if there's anything cool that can come out. Yeah, I mean, we love a good teaser. So hopefully he does some more of those. We know he loves doing that. And playing a little fun with the fam. So, okay. All right, you guys waited long enough. I don't do this often. Actually, I don't know if we've ever done this. Admitted being wrong about something. A lot of people will call it stubborn. A lot of people will say that we don't know what we're talking about. But for the most part, I feel like we've been bang on with our assessment of everything. This is one time where I can honestly admit I had a big slip up, because the video was your NFT project didn't do this first. Like I said, lots and lots of comments, and one of them actually made me change my mind. And that comment is this one right here. Flickplay, responding to us saying, what did your favorite project not do? Posting a couple of videos with it. Rob, why don't you show those videos? Take a look at this, guys. This is insane, all right? Flickplay is already, I didn't even know this until he did this.
Me either.
I didn't know Flickplay is compatible with the Vision Pro. So we've seen already many videos of the Vision Pro where it's just that 2D screen on the right, where you have your digital collectibles that are NFT backed, but they have not been converted yet, or the app is not convertible, has not been compatible with the Vision Pro, where you could take your collectibles and see them in 3D. This is exactly what we're seeing on Flickplay. You got your baby shark ready to go. Look at him waving at us, like it's ready to go already on the Vision Pro. So, Joe, if you said that all the free ones got there first and they were able to have this happen with Sketchfab and all that, you were wrong, because
I said your NFT project didn't do this first. If your NFT project is Flickplay, they did do it first. They got there on time. They were there day one. Vision Pro with 3D collectibles importable into open space. They had it all ready to go. Very similar to the video I showed yesterday from beautifulthings.xyz. And this is incredible. This is incredible news because they're making a platform where people can find things. Now, if they are able to drop some more big IP, we know Bratz, the number one TikTok toy brand, Bratz, is coming to Flickplay. They also have the number one YouTube video of all time, Baby Shark. They are going after virality. They're going after big, important characters, big, important IP. What are they going to come up with next? We don't know. But, I mean, Flickplay, you proved me wrong. I mean, you guys were there first, just along with Beautiful Things, XYZ. And, I mean, very, very excited. And obviously, Purina and Nick, you guys are doing a great job over there. Rob, why don't you read that out loud? Because there's more to this. There's more layers on the onion.
So this is the thing with Flickplay. I did a video on this on Tuesday when you weren't around, and then I think you talked about this yesterday as well. The thing about Flickplay is that they are definitely understanding that utility is going to be what they need to set themselves apart in the future. So Purina, a very recent tweet, this was just a couple days ago, she said, "So proud. Flickplay is bringing the best of every world to Bratz fans. The first Bratz dolls experience announcement is out. Digital Bratz dolls purchased on Flickplay will be interoperable with the Sandbox game. More experience announcements coming soon. If you have a game and you would like to onboard a truly incredible community of fans via character integration, DM me. And of course, stay tuned for more." And then you have the Sandbox official Twitter account, 1 million followers. So you know it's a legit, right? Like they got a lot of followers. They actually went and retweeted this, and they had their own announcement as well that she was commenting on. So this is so important because, like, yeah, it's absolutely great. Like what we're seeing here right now, today, which is February 2024, this is really important because not many apps and not many paid NFT digital collectibles are compatible with this as of right now. That's going to change. You're going to be able to do this more and more as more companies evolve and they build. We're going to start seeing more digital collectible companies allowing the actual 3D object to be projected into the space as time goes on. So how is Flickplay going to stand out? Purina gets it. So she already built an app that has the best AR in the game. I don't care what anybody says. As of right now, Flickplay has the best AR. If you go on their app and you see the smoothest of it, there's even some of these guys, they can walk up walls. They can identify the wall and walk up the wall. Okay, so it's crazy the level of the technology and the AR experience you get on that app. But on top of that now, she says, I need more, right? Because she knows people are going to have AR. She knows AR technology is going to get better and better. So what can I do? Interoperability. Let me get people who buy NFTs, who have ownership of something, get them a unique experience that they can only get as a result of owning this. And it's the more you can do, the more valuable your project's going to be because you're giving people NFTs that actually leverage their ownership for some kind of benefit. Because in an open sea of free digital collectibles, people are going to be replicating them if the only thing that they can do with them is project them in their space. You got to give more. You got to give a game. You got to give some other utility above and beyond just being in a 3D space in the future to really stand out in the crowd. It's going to get to a point where there'll be probably thousands of apps that will do that.
Yeah, I think scarcity could matter, but I think scarcity will matter the most in the metaverses or the areas or the apps that have the most people there. So, for example, we know Fortnite and Disney are preparing for a metaverse of some kind. If Fortnite has hundreds of millions of people there collecting skins and there's one skin that's limited to 200 pieces or something like that, that's probably going to be the piece in the metaverse that people want the most. And it might not be one that's on a different website, on a different app, on a different anything, because it doesn't have the eyeballs on it. Like people don't know about it. If people don't know about it, they're not going to want it. That's the whole point of the utility. The whole point of Rob and I pushing utility day in, day out, putting it in our Twitter bio, talking about it, making Starboy Project to show everybody how to do it. The reason that we're doing this is because we know that utility will bring people to the space. Like people aren't going to just want to buy things just to look at them in digital format. There's going to be a niche group of people who will, and that will be the maximum capacity that you can get to until you give a reason for more people to come into that bubble. If it's the first bubble was because you could make money in the space. And that was when there was one project. That's when there was half price gems. That's when there was all of these other things that were not real life. Like it was just not real life. And that bubble burst because of that. And we were identifying those things on our channel in multiple videos along the way because it wasn't, actually how things work. Same thing goes nowadays, right? Like if we're not bringing users into the space, any ups and downs in the marketplace are just based off of FOMO, hype, and then FUD and sadness, right? So like depending on what the sentiment is, that's how prices are going to fluctuate if you have the same people in the app. If you're bringing more people in, the way to do that, make sure you have some unique value proposition where people want to come into the app and they want to enjoy certain experiences. That's why we did the Disney Fortnite video where we talked about the experiences that Disney Plus was bringing. That's why we did the video yesterday where we talked about how there's these other options where VR AR is no longer a unique value proposition. You can't have AR VR be your only utility because it won't matter, because now you can get them in sometimes even better quality. Maybe they're going to have ones that do all kinds of crazy things. There's very creative people out there who will find ways to do things, and especially these free platforms like Fortnite and all that stuff, they're going to be able to utilize them in their games. Now we see FlickPlay doing it with the sandbox where you can go in and play that game. But not only that, in that tweet that you showed, Purina does a call to action for anyone else looking to have importable assets. So you know that they're looking around the entire space, looking for more ways to add utility, because Purina gets it. She's been in the Disney Accelerator program. She's gotten advice from some of the best from Disney. Now jumping into another accelerator program with Warner Brothers. So you know that they're getting all kinds of feedback, letting them know, guys, you got to work on utility. And it just seems like that's the way that the space is going. And if you want to stand out, you can't just be a one-trick pony.
Joe, just want to add to that. Speaking of like a scarce Fortnite skin that you were mentioning, I mean, the proof of concept's right here. Epic reveals it made $50 million from one set of Fortnite skins. So there's obviously a demand for digital products, but let's not live in backwards land. Why is there a demand for these skins? Because there's a game. Okay, game first, utility first, skin second. Without utility, no one's buying skins. You see what's going on here? It's not digital collectible. I mean, you want to flip the script, which is fine, but it has to be digital collectible first. Where's the utility going to bring me? Because I'm buying that digital collectible for the utility that I can get. Somewhere in that line, there needs to be utility. It cannot just be, I'm going to buy a digital collectible and, because I have ownership, it by default is going to be more valuable than the free ones. No, free ones with utility, even without ownership, might still on terms of value be more valuable than one with ownership. Someone could argue, well, I can sell mine because it's an NFT. Sure. But it gets to a point where it's like, well, who's buying it, right? We're still early in the space. As things grow, as there's way more supply, the supply-demand curve is going to take over, and that demand for these products are going to spread out over this infinite open sea of supply, and people are going to start picking and choosing what actually brings them some kind of value add, whether it be entertainment, whether it be investment even. Like NFTs are not just digital collectibles. Like there are NFTs that help from an investment product standpoint. It's going to change the world. We know this. The question is on the digital collectible side, if we're going to flip the script and change the model and say, well, you're not going game, then digital skins. We want to buy the digital skin, then games. Well, then you should have 5 different games that you can use that skin on 5 different characters. And when you start doing stuff like that, now you're going to start seeing actual, like growth in the space. You're going to start seeing in terms of a value add. I think people who are owning these and trying to own them to flip them for a profit, you might start having better odds of getting those profits because now it has utility. But again, the space is very speculative. If you're buying for that reason, you better assume it's going to zero because it's still very early in speculative space. We don't really know exactly what's going to happen. So I think that's one thing I want to point out here, Joe, is that 50 million proof of concepts right there.
I mean, you made a great point. I mean, Fortnite came out. They didn't have the skins at first, right? They came out. They made the game work, proof of concept, and then they decided, okay, let's start bringing in different skins. Let's sign some IP. Let's bring those guys in. It's gonna be crazy to see how this plays out. But I think it still goes back to what we've been saying on the channel for the last year, that early mover advantage matters. I mean, people are looking for things to do now in the space. This is make or break it. I mean, people want to adopt this technology. There needs to be things for them to do out the gates. If we want this technology to even stick, when you're talking about mixed reality, you want people to have an enjoyable experience. Right now, I mean, beautiful things. You can go put stuff in your room, walk around. FlickPlay, you can go put stuff in your room, walk around, and those same things, once bratz drops, because that's going to be the first drop of its kind, you're going to be able to use those same things to go play games on Sandbox, which million followers, like they know what's up. They're starting to build something pretty crazy over there as well. I think time will tell, but I think right now is the time to be moving and grooving. And if you're going to be waiting to build all your games down the line, you might not have the eyeballs, because the eyeballs might be elsewhere and spending all their money because they want to play the games, enjoy the experiences. And I think big IP is going to be right around the corner on those other platforms as well.
When you look at the space, you go back in time, 2023 really was a year of expansion in terms of the number of companies, the number of products. But I think 2024, you're gonna continue to see an expansion in that. But I think what Bones B says, and I agree with it 100%, it's gonna become the year of utility. I think by the end of the year, we're gonna look back, and a lot of the projects that we track right now, they're gonna have advanced, they're gonna have moved the needle on utility, and I think that's only gonna be beneficial for the entire space. And they'll probably keep looking and seeking for more utility potential as well as the time goes. So guys, I mean, you can let us know your thoughts below. Let us know in the comments below. What do you think about this grand apology from Joe that actually Flick Play can do it? Okay, if your favorite project is Flick Play, they did it first. They were there day one. They were there. They were able to do the AR integration, which is something that we expect from everybody as the default going forward.
Call a spade, right? We gotta apologize when we're wrong.
That's right. And you gotta let us know in comments below as well. What do you guys think about this whole idea about utility? Is utility going to be the only important thing? We're going to keep drilling this home because we will die on this. Okay, we will die on this hill that utility is the most important and necessary thing going forward for digital collectibles to really grow in the future. So let us know. And if you haven't already, don't forget, become a superstar, smash the subscribe button, join the superstar fam, hit the bell notification so you get every single video every single day. And also to our superstar VIPs, it's $2.99 a month. The Starbucks Legend Name Master spreadsheets. Guys, thank you so much. Take care. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Love you.